Most of all, I noticed the colors, Miss Flower said. The colors were swirling beautifully when all the children were shoving each other. I noticed no student's hat was the same color as their backpack. Isn't that interesting? So, what that means is that if you had a blue hat, you didn't have a blue backpack. Red hat did not have a red backpack, and so on. So, we can X out the diagonal with that clue. I saw Jenny, she continued. Jenny will not wear anything with primary colors. Primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. So she did not have blue, red, or yellow for her backpack, and she did not have blue, red, or yellow for her hat. She thinks dark colors go better with those boots she always wears. So Jenny is the wearer of the boots. So we'll put an O there and X for the rest of that row and X for the rest of that column. I particularly noticed the student with the fluffy slippers had a pretty blue hat. It made me think of clouds in the sky. I'm an artist, you see. So blue hat had the slippers. So we're going to put an O there and X for the rest of that row and X for the rest of that column. Okay, so Rosie starts to frown at her notepad. She's a little confused. So let's see what we can do just with a little housekeeping. Okay, let's start here at Matt with the black backpack. Okay, we know Matt did not wear the boots, and we want to make sure we have that here. So we're going to say Matt did not wear boots. We also see here he wasn't wearing the slippers, so let's add that over here. He's not wearing the slippers. We know that Matt is not in position 3 or 5, so let's add that here. He's not in position 3 or 5. Okay, now let's go to Jenny with the boots. Jenny is not in position 1, 4, or 5, so we're going to add that. She's not in position 1, she's not in position 4 and 5. We saw that she's not in position 3, so we know she's in position 2. So let's add that. And X is in the rest of the row and column, and then put that here. So Jenny's in position 2, and X is for the rest of that row and column. And Jenny has the black hat, so let's add that here. She's got a black hat, so O here, and X for the rest of that row, and X for the rest of that column. And we know that Jenny must have a green backpack because that's the only one empty here. So we'll add that here and X for the rest of that. And because she's in position 2, we can put an O here. And X is for the rest of the row and column. And since we already knew that the person with the boots is going to have the black hat, we can put that here for Jenny. And X for the rest of that row, and X for the rest of that column. And we already know that Jenny is wearing the boots, so we can add that here. And X for the rest of that row, and X for the rest of that column. Okay, so then because Jenny, we found out here, has the black hat, let's add that here. Jenny has the black hat, so X for the rest of that row and column. And that gave us a lot of information.